34 military personnel gone without a trace.
In one of the big mystery disasters of the U.S. Air Force, the plane vanished.
Why has the Douglas never been found? Some who have been researching the case have come up with a disturbing theory.
I do think the Douglas incident could have been intervention by a UFO.
Jesse Desmond is the Alaskan State Director for MUFON, the Mutual UFO Network.
Alaska is a great place for UFOs because we have this vast amount of space and very few people, which means that they can do stuff without a whole lot of onlookers.
In 2003, there was a reported sighting of a whole mass of UFOs in a deserted area just 200 miles south of Fairbanks. Now, Jesse has found a close link between UFOs and the military.
Alaska UFOs really kind of started with World War II because we had a couple of sightings over the Bering Sea. These were recorded by crewmen on military boats. We had all these radar sites, and the military used those to detect UFOs over Alaska airspace. And then we had waves of UFO sightings all over the state.
One of the most famous was in 1986, when the crew of a Japanese airline flight witnessed two UFOs trail their plane right in the middle of the Alaska Triangle. Is there a link with the missing Douglas? A top-secret intelligence report from February 10, 1950, reveals that UFOs were stalking U.S. naval planes just days before the Douglas vanished. The first of these encounters was above the Naval Air Station of Kodiak, only 250 miles southwest of the Douglas's departure point in Anchorage. MUFON investigator Jeremy Ray has been analyzing the reports.
Shortly before the disappearance of the Douglas aircraft, there was a Navy pilot that witnessed a UFO. This UFO was clocked on radar going 1,800 miles per hour, and during that time, we didn't have anything that could go that fast, so I find it very interesting.
The plane's radar operator reported the strangest interference he had ever seen. The control tower was in a state of panic. There should have been no other aircraft in the area. Suddenly, the UFO vanished, only to reappear 2 hours later trailing the Navy plane. It followed the aircraft for some minutes before vanishing once more.
Man 266.
The Navy chiefs issued a top-secret report to the highest levels of the U.S. government. Journalist and researcher Andrew Goff has been on the trail of this report.
The 1950s report was so important that 36 copies of the Navy's detailed analysis was sent to various security agencies such as the FBI, the CIA, the Air Force Intelligence, and even the Department of State.
This document about the Kodiak UFO encounter never saw the light of day until the 1970s, when a Freedom of Information request forced the U.S. authorities to release a redacted version.